The room is still, the lights are low. We speak in ways we both now know. No need to say what's coming next. It lingers in the space between breaths. You pour the wine, I take it slow, as if that might delay the close of something we can't seem to hold, but neither one of us has told. One last night, then silence. No need for words or violence, just us pretending we don't see what's waiting in the morning light. One last night together, as if this lasts forever, though both of us already know tomorrow we will let this go. You sit a little closer now, not asking why, not asking how, just finding ways to stay a while inside a fading borrowed smile. You talk of things that don't matter, to keep the deeper truth from shatter. Like if we stay within the small, we won't have to face it all. One last night, then silence. No breaking down, no defiance, just holding on to what we can before it slips from both our hands. One last night, no ending, just something slowly bending until it finds its quiet way into the light of yesterday. Steps back without a name, no fault to claim, no line to cross, just something gently turning worse. And maybe endings don't arrive with shattered hearts or desperate cries, but sit beside us calm and near until we finally let them in. To fight this, it's already written in the air, in how we touch and how we stare. One last night, no warning, just us, and then the morning, everything we try to keep will finally fall into the deep. We stayed long enough to say goodbye without saying it. I know the place, I know the day, the words we chose, the things we'd say. I trace it back, I see it clear, like something once was living here. Your face is still where it should be, unchanged in my memory. But something in me doesn't move the way it once did close to you. I remember it, not the feeling, all the shapes, but none of the meaning. Every word, every scene still remains, but in between there's nothing left for me to hold. No warmth, no spark, no trace of gold. Just something I can't quite explain. I remember love, but not the same. I read the lines we used to keep. They sound the same but feel too deep, like echoes from a distant room that lost their voice too soon. I try to find what once was there, a pulse, a weight, a sense of care, but all I reach is quiet air, like something's gone but still somewhere. I remember it, not the feeling, every part, but none of the healing. All the light, all the truth still exists in spite out of use. There's nothing left to bring it near, no hidden ache, no trace of fear, just something distant, cold and strange. I remember us, but it's not the same. More than fate, it lifts the heart from what we made. It leaves behind a hollow frame where love once lived without a name. And maybe memory holds the form, but not the fire that kept it warm. A perfect shape, an empty space to love without a living trace. I remember it, not the feeling, no more breaking, no more healing, just a story I can tell without the rise, without the fall. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't stay, it simply lives some other way, a quiet past I can't reclaim. I remember love, but not its name. It was there, I just don't feel it anymore. You spoke of me with certain eyes, like you had seen through all my lines, like nothing in me was concealed, like everything in me was real. I let you stay inside that view, a softer shape, a simpler truth, the parts of me I chose to show, the ones that felt the safest to know. You loved who I seemed to be, not all the parts inside of me, not every doubt, not every fear, just what I let you come to hear. And I stayed there quietly, inside that easy version of me, until I saw what I couldn't see. You never truly knew me. You said I changed, I wasn't the same, as if I stepped outside your frame. But I was always standing here, just hidden under what was clear. The silence grew between our words, where deeper truths were left unheard. Not lost, not gone, just never shown. A part of me you'd never known. You loved who I seemed to be, the version shaped so carefully. No edges sharp, no shadows deep, just something easy you could keep. And I stayed still, I played along, until it all began to feel wrong. And now I see it painfully. You never truly knew me. Is often blind, not to the heart, but to the mind. We see what fits, we hold it close, and miss the parts that matter most. And maybe I am not the same as what you held within your frame, but neither were you wrong or untrue. Just loved what you thought you knew. You loved who I seemed to be, and that was almost enough for me to stay inside that quiet disguise and live between your borrowed eyes. But something in me had to be chose to see, and now I stand where I am free from being someone you believed me to be. I was there, just never where you were looking. You speak my name like it's allowed, like there's no line we're crossing now. But something lingers in your tone, a place that feels too close to home. I catch your eyes, then look away, like I've been taught, like I should stay within the bounds we never drew, but both of us can feel are true. I stay on this side of you, where nothing nothing wrong can come into the space between what's said and done, where I am no one to someone. I hold my breath, I keep my place, I don't reach out, I don't erase the quiet truth I can't undo. I stay on this side of you. You never speak their name to me, but I can feel it constantly, in every pause, in every turn, a silent line we never burn. And I would never take your hand or make a move we didn't plan, but something in me still remains that doesn't listen, won't behave. I stay on this side of you, where I can't be what I want to. No stolen words, no hidden flame, just something soft without a name. I keep it still, I let it be, a quiet kind of honesty that knows exactly what is true and stays away from crossing you. What it means to live between the in-betweens, not low, not lost, not meant to stay, just something we must turn away. And maybe grace is letting go of something we could never show, to feel it once, then step aside and leave it where turns you come to something wild. So I will keep what I can't lose and stay on this side of you. Some things are real and still untrue. You came into my life so still, no grand arrival, just to feel like something I had always known, but never thought I'd call my own. We spoke like time was on our side, like there was nothing left to hide, and every word just seemed to fall exactly where it meant to call. We met at the wrong time, that's all it ever was. Not a lack of love, not a lack of trying, just a moment not for us. Everything felt right in every other way, but right is not enough, it seems, when stayed. You had a life I couldn't change, a path already rearranged, and I was standing where I stood, too late to be what I once could. We never named what we both knew, but silence made it clearer too, that something real had come too soon, or maybe just arrived too late. We met at the wrong time, with all the right in view, a perfect kind of symmetry that we could not undo. Everything aligned except what we could choose, and somehow that made it right. Was everything we'd lose. Maybe fate is not unkind, but simply has its way with time. It shows us what could truly be, then lets it drift beyond our reach. And maybe love is not to blame when timing never plays the same. It lives, it breathes, it almost stays, then turns and walks the other way. We met at the wrong time, and that's the truest part. Not something we could overcome, not something we could start. Everything was there except the chance to try. So we became what if that never learned to fly. Some laws are real, but not meant to be. The waves were calm, the sky was wide. We stood with nothing left to hide. You held my hand like time was ours, like tides would turn around our vows. We spoke of years we'd never lose, of roads we'd always walk in twos. No shadow crossed what we could see, just endless blue, just you and me. We said always by the sea, like it was ours to guarantee, like words could hold what hearts can't keep, or anchor promises too deep. Now all that's left so endlessly is what we said by the sea. That shore from time to time, the waves still move, the sun still shines, but something in the air has changed. A silent sway of voice once stayed. The wind still knows the things we said, it carries them above my head, but never brings them come back to shore the way they felt like once before. We sat always by the sea, but time had other plans for me. It took those words and pulled them far beyond the reach of where we are. Now the tide returns to me without the always by the sea. But just a moment we define a fragile truth we choose to hold before it slips, before it's old. And maybe we were never wrong, just holding on a little long to something meant to fade away like footprints washed out by the bay. We said, by the sea. Maybe that was all it needed to be. A perfect word, a perfect day that couldn't find another way. I don't regret what came to be, just what we said by the sea. Instead of all